find the derivative of sine root cos root x. So first of all, write the given function. It is y equal to sine root cos root x. Now we need to find its differentiation, right? So it would be y dash, which would be equal to, considering differentiation of sine x, which is cos x. So let's consider root cos root x as x. So here sine root cos root x can be written as cos root x, right? Now let's go into the bracket. That is, now let's differentiate root cos root x. This is how we apply chain rule, right? So in the chain rule, we are going to the next element, which is root cos root x. Now here observe it carefully. Cos root x has its power as half, right? Now we know that if I have a function like x raised to n, then its differentiation would be nx raised to n minus 1, right? Here our n is half, so we take half outside, and then we have cos root x to the power half minus 1. And half minus 1 is minus half, right? So we can take the root in the denominator. That's why I have written root cos root x. Now let's go to the next element. Now we are differentiating cos root x. Last time we differentiated root cos root x. Now we have came little inside, right? One step further, which is cos root x. Now we know that the differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. Let's consider root x to be x. Then my differentiation of cos root x would be minus sin root x. Now we are left with only root x, which is the final element to be differentiated. Now root x can be written as x raised to half, and you know that as we apply the formula x raised to n, differentiation is nx raised to n minus 1. Similarly, we do it here. So it would be half into x raised to minus half. And as we have done the last time, we can take root in the denominator to make it minus half. So I have taken 1 upon 2 root x. Now further we'll only simplify this expression. So in the next step, let's take the minus sign with the sine root x outside. Then I took 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 outside, which would become 1 by 4. And now I have kept root cos root x as it is. Let's consider root x in the denominator now, which will be also taken here into consideration. Now I am left with sine root x upon root cos root x. Now sine root x can be written as root sine root x into root sine root x. And in the denominator, of course, we have root cos root x. Now in the next step, minus cos root x upon 4 root x are kept as it is. Now let's deal with the left out things. So we have taken root sine root x, and in the denominator root cos root x. If I take root common, then it would become whole root sine root x upon cos root x. Now we know that sine upon cos is 10. So I have taken root 10 root x. And the sine root x under root, which has left out, is also taken into consideration at last. So now the expression which you are seeing on the screen is the final expression we obtained. And this is our y dash.